So I'm gonna have a couple of topics that I'm gonna touch on or whatever. I like to kind of try to do a video on this at least once a month or twice a month, or however many times that we can actually get it out there.
Yeah, get it to you.
And remember, we do know that we need to do Jaxon update and Julian a new update. But we're just gonna talk about Julian autism and like things that we notice with him and how certain stuff is affecting the family. I already have my first topic that I'm gonna talk about with Bay. So one of the things that's like I don't want to say stereotype, but like I'm not even gonna try that word because I always mess it up. But it starts with S. Statistics. That word shows that most parents that are married with a child with autism, they end up getting a divorce. You see like how that's like true or how it affect the family? Because when your kid have autism, it is like a whole family type of thing.
Well, the only way I could see a child with autism causing a family to
80% of people that have kids with autism get a divorce.
Man, I don't know, like with numbers that high, I mean it's very believable.
Yeah.
But I tend to think, like, when I hear that, I think about, like, TV shows to where the husband is working or the wife is working, and then when they come home and they get into it, they blaming each other for the child having that, being on the spectrum. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to say. So then it comes into a big fight between them about who did what, who not doing what, and I can't take this anymore. And,
yeah.
You know, like I can't remember what name of the TV show, but that's what it put me in the mind in just hearing it. But 80%, like
80% of marriages fail when they get the diagnosis of kids with autism and trying to work through it, and it's just for whatever reason. Like y'all know, crazy. On a few videos, man, Bay was like, you know, I blame myself, he blamed himself. We kind of cried about it, and it's like, dude, we actually gonna have to
soldier up.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I don't feel like taking his dad out of his life or
her being out of his life
or just us separating altogether is going to help him at all, because that's, to me, that's going to be more traumatic than anything.
Yeah, it is.
But I do get that you don't stay with nobody for the kid.
True.
How do you feel about knowing that Julian have autism and like it's hard to get a babysitter? I don't think it's hard to get a babysitter just because he has autism, but it's just we haven't had no break from either one of them, really. And y'all, I do want to say that Jaxon might be on the spectrum as well.
Yeah, he very well could be.
He's showing a lot of traits that Julian did show.
Yeah, not being able to find a babysitter and stuff
to actually
like
have
that.
A long time, adult time, like going back to like the little relationship thing.
Like the movies and just bringing spark back into your
relationship versus dealing with, you know, what the type of parenting that we have to do, that we have to do every day.
I don't know. It's a little difficult.
I was gonna say it's challenging AF to me.
Yeah,
at times.
It's a little difficult, but the cool thing about it is, in those moments where it might get a little too much going all in different ways and areas, it's cool that we actually have like a functional relationship, just like a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it be times where I know Babe might be tired from chasing Julian around, and she might be tired because they got up earlier than I did one morning or something like that. And if she lays down, like, I'm not the type to be like, well, you were sleeping, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, basically, responsibility on me, my time, let's go.
Yeah.
And then when she wake up, most of the time I'm hoping that it be in the afternoon, because by the time she wakes up, I got them asleep. Or they either in the bed, fronting like they sleep. Y'all seen them up on her 12 o'clock. So by that point in time, she can now get up, and whatever she needed to do, she can still do it because they're on the downslope.
Yeah. You
feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really have that functioning team like that. So somebody feels like I'm doing the most, you're not doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, in those relationships that I seen, or like the people that be like, they were married, they had a divorce, they ended up getting back married or whatever, it'd be because like the mom more like was a stay-at-home mom, and it's like, dude, I never get a break from this. Like, you don't understand how hard this is, type stuff. So yeah.
And they end up going like that. Yeah. Now you got to be a team, man. No relationship is gonna work unless you have communication, teamwork, and then you got your trust and your loyalty. All of that works together, but you have to have teamwork to even build any of those other qualities that make a relationship last.
So now I'm just gonna talk about 10 like traits or things as far as with Julian and his autism, and I just say that because we're talking about our experience with our son with our autism, and I didn't think that was anything that I had to clarify, but clearly it's something that I have to clarify. This is stuff that's going on with our son, which is Julian is nonverbal. Not all like 100% nonverbal, but he has a very like limited vocabulary. And this is the side of the spectrum that we're saying he's in the middle. We don't go back to the end of January to figure out if he's still there or if he's high functioning on the spectrum or still medium on the spectrum. But 10 facts about Julian and his autism is he likes to be under the bed, which a lot of other kids with autism do.
Yeah, that's his playhouse.
He bangs his head, but he has actually stopped banging his head, so that's like a update
and a relief.
Yeah, he still covers his ears when he hear loud noises. He still does not understand like danger, like don't go run out in front of the car, don't go run over here, don't just out.
Don't try to go down steps, up steps.
And just be gone. Like, and he thinks it's funny, and we notice that a lot of kids with autism thinks that when they're in trouble or when they're doing something they have business doing, they think it's a game. They're not even realizing that I'm serious. Like, that's dangerous. Don't do that. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, it be funny to him.
Yep.
He loves water. He loves sand as well, y'all. Destructive behavior. He getting better with that, actually, y'all. And Julian is 3, in case you're new here, you just now watching this. But his destruction is actually getting better now that we found something that he liked. I got on here, he loves his toys. It's after Christmas, you guys. We're filming this January the 5th. I had an idea to get Julian a tablet because I know he was watching like the cartoons of the car, but I didn't see or know how much he was going to actually love that tablet.
Oh, man.
Like, it's like a whole new child with this tablet, y'all.
Yeah. Like, literally will be on the couch into the tablet, not just
playing
watching
his little
stuff.
game. Yep.
He playing games to the point where he knows how to put characters inside of a car, make the car run, and it's really helping him a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he's feeding the animals too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, feeding animals. It's just, I don't know. It's like she said. He brand them, and he minds his own little baby business.
Yeah. Julian will still go with anybody. He don't really make a fuss about that.
Yeah.
I won't say that it's harder to communicate with him. We actually, like, the fact that he has autism and he's not, like, speaking like a normal 3-year-old, it's harder to communicate with him, but we still can kind of guesstimate what he say. Like, he don't say that he want his tablet, but he be like, he tell his daddy I want blue. Because he knows the tablet is in, like, a little sleeve and it's blue. Yeah. If y'all been here for a minute, y'all know, y'all seeing it on the unboxing of what they got for Christmas and stuff like that.
Right.
And Jaxon have a purple one. Jaxon, he really don't care.
Jaxon so with his until the screen go black, then he threw.
Yeah, like oh well.
Then Julian come get it when his battery low in his tablet, and then he'll start playing with it. So yeah, you gotta keep something on the charger around here.
What do you feel about the Daycare and Julian whole talking? I feel like Julian is talking more, y'all. I'm just going through to make sure I got all my notes. But yeah, I feel like far as with the Daycare, like, I'm not gonna stunt one of the teachers I do not like. I don't trust around my child. But far as with the other 2 teachers, and I guess with all the therapists or the speech therapist, the occupational therapy, he is talking more. It's still not understandable, but he's attempting to communicate with you through speaking more. Also, I'm just going back through this in case I didn't do it on the video. Things that we were looking at things that we was thinking about when Julian, or I thought about when he first got his diagnosis, was how can we help him to be able to speak and stuff like that. That's the main hurdle, and I see that that's a lot of people's hurdle is the kids just won't talk or they're nonverbal.
Yeah, being verbal or nonverbal.
Yeah.
Because even when they're verbal, sometimes they vocabulary is slim. So
he says things, and like Bay is now with the flashcards with him and going over flashcards with him, and Julian actually knows a lot of them, but he say it, but it's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's not like, you know how most kids don't say yellow right, and it's kind of like that, but you kind of still don't know what he's saying. Like, it's not clear.
Yeah.
Like, fish sound like the B word to me when he say it. And certain things, you don't know what he's saying. Like, instead of saying the police, he said the police. But we know that what he's trying to say or what he is saying.
Right.
So, it's certain words. Like, he's saying certain words, but then it's like not transforming into the word, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you got to be creative when you listen.
Yeah.
He telling you or saying whatever it is, but I guess when you look at it from the standpoint that we did, once we realized that the spectrum was there, the speech, all of that was, we started knowing and being able to say, hey, get it, or what, go get it.
Yeah.
And he'll go get it, and then you hear that word again, now you know what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a cool thing.
With the when we first got the diagnosis, I was thinking of stuff that he won't do. Like, he probably won't have a girlfriend, he won't get married, he won't have a job, or what if no one's there to advocate for him, and all this and all that type of stuff. Like,
knowing what we know, fast forward from that, all of that's still possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that, like, when you get the initial diagnosis and you have never had to deal with it before, that's what think about. Yeah, that's what actually hits you, like, oh, man.
And also we deal with, like, people not understanding that, like, Julian might sometimes be loud somewhere, he might run away, and the fact that he's running away, people are like, oh, dang, he's bad, or he this, that, and third.
Out of control and all of that.
Yeah, and it's not that. Like, this, he's overstimulated, and he's just being Julian. Like, I mean, I don't like when he runs away from us, but the part about it is he think it's a game. He don't even know that he's running towards danger, or like, stop.
Or just running away from you, period. Even if it's no danger, he just cutting out.
Yeah.
But the moment you take a few steps toward him, he
fall out laughing, and he keep going because he think it's a game. Like, no understanding.
Yeah, no lie. The whole running around the table, and then you come one way, then he turn around and run the other way. He be so tickled pink. Sometimes I just let him, do it with him, just so he can just go on ahead and kind of get it out of the system.
But you be walking towards him to try to change his diaper, brush his teeth, and it's like, bro, come on, he go run, get up on his bed, and it's just like, bro, come on, not today.
And then he start laughing at
you. Yeah, he don't understand that it's like really annoying, and it's like,
it's time to go.
Yeah, we already running late, and you playing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, he has autism, and then he's still a kid, so you can't really be mad at him because he really don't understand.
Yeah, he really is playing.
Yeah.
For real.
A lot of stuff with autism you're gonna have to Google. To me, like, there's no pamphlet, there's no handout book, there's no none of this stuff. You have to Google a lot of stuff. Far as with autism, one thing I will say that I kind of want to talk about is the fact that they made it seem like Julian was going to be very difficult to potty train, and it really kind of was no point. People talking about kids with autism was kind of discouraging the potty training. Like, well, it's going to take y'all forever to potty train him. And I'm proud to say, happy to say that Julian's doing just fine potty training in his class. He's actually doing for just fine potty training at home. He tells his daddy that he got a poop, whether he got a pee or poop. But I mean, for the most part, he will go. It's still a working process,
yeah.
but Julian turned 3 in October, and we're just done in January. So, yeah, he's a little bit behind, but we're working with him. The school is working with him.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that too. I really do. It's a cool thing, especially when you watching the growth and development. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it, because some words he said and some things he's done, we both look at each other and be like,
Julian?
just what?
Yeah.
Did he say what I thought he said? And it'd be
Like today, he said corn. I didn't know he knew what corn was.
Mm-hmm. I know he liked to eat it, but I had never heard him call it.
Yeah.
By name, but yeah, he did.
But these notes are from November the 27th.
Long time.
Yeah. Also, I already talked about 80% of the marriages. A key thing with kids with autism is finding a good daycare, somebody that's a daycare that knows about autism and that's going to actually work with you and your child and your family. I'm not going to say that we just found that daycare, but we have found, to me, we have found a better daycare than where they was going before anyway. Because y'all know that they went from the daycare to drop Jaxon to the Head Start. The Head Start was like no help. Like if he's not acting out, they was like, you know, she'd come and they wouldn't do nothing. Like the disability person would come and she'd be like, well, he's not acting out today. He's doing just fine. He's perfectly normal that day or that hour she's there to see him. And it's like, we didn't make up these diagnoses. We still need him ABA and need him with some other resources type thing. Something. So I will say that this daycare has all the therapies covered and the classroom is helping him potty train. Now with the ABA, that was to me that's a whole scam because they do not offer it and they advertise it like they offer it at every location and they do not. So yeah, daycare and ABA is, I think, would be a key role. I think ABA for Julian would be great. But yeah, some kids with autism are violent. Julian, I don't really want to say that he's violent because Jaxon be over here and he the violent one to me. He be hitting them and some other stuff, and Julian just go somewhere else and go somewhere else, and Jaxon got to keep messing with him before Julian hits him back, type of thing. But at first, he was violent. Julian just hit Jaxon upside the head for no apparent reason with a toy or something like that. And Julian is kind of getting to the point where he's more so coming down. Like, to me, normal 3-year-olds, when your kid gets to 3 and 4, it's kind of less
strenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. They getting older and a lot of stuff is like chilling out.
Yeah. Versus when they're Jaxon age.
Yeah, still turned up.
Bedtime routine, it did get better, but it's getting back worse again because like some nights he'll go to sleep at 9 or 10, and some nights he just won't go to sleep till 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning or 12, and they'd be like, babe, Julian's still up. And it's like our doctor did to us to give him Benadryl. If y'all have any suggestions of natural remedies that will put him to sleep, other than Benadryl, let us know because Benadryl is really not even working. So it got to the point where we don't even really just give it to him like that because it's not putting him to sleep like that.
Mm-hmm. If anything was wrong with him, he would feel good. But as far as going to sleep, he got his own schedule. And it just depends on how he feel when he lay down. The TV can be out, the tablet can be on the charger, and he still will be in there rolling the car around.
Yeah, doing something.
Yeah, something. So he will hold a routine once he gets into a rhythm. He'll hold that routine.
But if it's broken, it's easily broken.
Yeah, if they go for like Christmas break was horrible.
Yeah.
Christmas break, it was like
that's what got him off routine now.
Yeah, everything was good. We almost counted. And now it's like, is he still woke?
Yep.
Yeah, he's still woke. He in there eating crackers. Eating crackers or playing with the little police car. You know what I mean? It can be dark in the room. If you find that one truck that'll light up, he under the covers driving it with the sirens and lights on. So, I mean, I can't be mad at him because when I was little, I used to sneak and stay up too, so.
I was going to ask, like, so with Julian diagnosis, how do you think they have changed us as people?
It's not saying we wasn't humble at first, but it's very humbling. You know what I mean? Because your whole everything's had to change. Like as far as attitude, um, you pay attention to the little stuff now that you might not have paid attention to with another child.
Yeah.
You pay attention to that more because every little thing now is either a sign of development or a sign of retraction.
Mm-hmm.
So you pay attention to that. So it made us better at being attentive, being humble. Like I said, the whole anger, like not saying that you just walk around the house like King Kong or nothing like that. But as parents, certain things happen, and we're like, "Why did you do that?"
Yeah.
But then it's like, "Oh,
that's
that could be
why."
You know,
and that's
I mean?
the thing with autism. You kind of don't know what he does and doesn't know that he's doing wrong. What I will say is, I know for sure that you're doing something wrong when you do it, and you automatically go run away from it.
Yeah.
Like you know what you did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
But I think it changed me far as like being more humble. It has opened me up to, try to better who I am to have a better environment for him. Learning sensory stuff, y'all. We still are looking into sensory stuff. I'm not gonna lie, we still don't know the benefit of sensory stuff. What do they mean by sensory stuff? But like trying to make Julian room sensory friendly and stuff like that, and we're doing that, and we're just looking at the world a different way because it's all about his growth and development.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that you wouldn't even believe
have autism
that are autistic or on the spectrum or however you want to call it. But once you step off into that arena and start trying to open up the doors to that arena, you do find a lot of people, a lot of children, a lot of adults
going through the exact same thing that we're going through.
Yeah, and it's just weird because it has made me also a better
person.
Well, a better person, but like a better studier. I don't even know if that's really a word, but it's made me more educational.
Yeah.
And aware, put it like that, because I have to be Googling something tough when Facebook recommends me join a group.
Yeah.
You know what
they
I mean?
joined the group, like a lot of people were saying, well, join a Facebook group and stuff like that.
We couldn't find one at first.
Nah. And we only still found one. But I will say that it's helpful because it let us know that we are not alone and we're not the only people dealing with certain things.
Yeah. And they like family. They under your status when you post it. They, even on their statuses, they telling you stuff that they are using or what their child is doing. And it's like,
it's been a big help.
Yeah, for real. So, it's very informative, and I'm just grateful, to be able to be in a position where I can adjust me to adjust to him.
Yeah.
Because so many people are get dead set in their ways, and they don't want to change for nothing. So I'm glad that it happened in a time in my life where I wasn't selfishly, stuck on myself.
I'm glad it happened at a later age for me too, because if Carter Crystal was diagnosed, I wouldn't know anything about it to even help them.
Yeah. And it's crazy because so much of everything now falls under the spectrum that, some people sometimes end up with the wrong diagnosis. Yeah. So that's still something else that's out there, but nobody's perfect.
And also, we were told by several doctors that he can very well just grow out of it. What I will say is we've seen a couple of stories where people have grew out of it and they show no signs of ever being on spectrum. They talk, they pass and all that stuff. They just skyrocketed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But see, the studies have stopped like at that. We don't know as adults if they go back on the spectrum or what have happened. But there has been studies showing that people have just outgrown the spectrum. So that's why they be like, this might not be a lifetime sentence, but we don't know because the spectrum is so wide.
Ever changing, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, as an adult now, looking back at some of the stuff that I went through when I was a kid, it made me wonder, was I autistic?
Yeah.
Or was I on the spectrum? If it had been called a spectrum instead of ADD and
ADHD.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So you just never know. But the whole situation itself has like completely opened my eyes. You
What
got to be very attentive.
What do you think about a service dog? Do you think a service dog will actually help Julian? I think an autism service dog will actually help him, but what do
I
you think?
I think it probably could. It just I would have to see his interaction with the dog.
I know Julian like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
The dog will help him not be able to just run away from us. The dog will help us find him if, God forbid, he ever got loose
away.
or wandered off. The service dog would be a good buddy for him. I have seen studies and seen kids that actually go to sleep. They're more social with the service dogs and stuff like that. And again, I would say some kids I have seen that actually help them open up and talk to people. And it also have been like a companion for the kid to like pet the dog. And I guess it relaxes the dog and relaxes that child.
Yeah.
And it actually helps them sleep. But that's pretty much it for this video, y'all. I know that this video is a longer video. That's probably why it's a premiere. But yeah, you guys, if y'all got any tips, let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next video.
Out this thing.
Peace.